Let's see. Where are the beans, baby? The black eyed peas. Where are the black? Where are the good luck black eyed peas? Pinto beans, lima beans, black beans, chickpeas. Where are the black eyed peas, y'all? Here we go. I see a bag of black eyed peas. Black eyed peas. I'm trying to see if I can find. Wow, y'all, cow peas. I never heard of that. So many different beans, y'all. Here we go. These are seasoned black eyed peas. Oh no, man. Raging Cajun seasoned black eyed peas? No, sir. I season my own peas. Don't want those. I think it's gonna be these black eyed peas. I'm just trying to see where the rest of them at. Oh, here they go. $1.99. Let me go with that. All right. Oh, excuse me. Now we gotta get some smoked meat. Smoked turkey necks. What is this right here? Smoked turkey tails. That's what I like. I think I'm gonna go with these smoked turkey tails, y'all. Let's go with this one right here. There we go. Y'all see it, y'all. We about to make some black eyed peas for New Year's, baby. Got our black eyed peas, got our smoked turkey tails from the grocery store. Of course, we got some chicken bouillon, got some Goya, got some complete seasoning. And we got a bowl back there because we're about to do a quick soak on these beans with hot water and let them soak for probably about an hour. So y'all stay tuned right on the Rolling Grill, baby. Black eyed peas, New Year. Let's get it. All right, y'all. First things first. In this pot, I have some boiling water. I'm going to do a quick soak on these beans. And I'm sure if you read the back of the bag, it'll tell you how to do a quick soak. But basically, I'm gonna boil some water. Take these black eyed peas. You can wash them off first, but again, I'm not reusing this water. I'm just gonna soak these in this water and then rinse them off. And then what I'm gonna do is take some of this hot water. Let me cut my stove off real quick. Take this hot water. Pour them over them beans, and I'm gonna allow these beans to soak for probably about an hour, maybe even 2 hours. And this will give you the same, pretty much the same thing as if you soak them overnight, which is what, you know, most people recommend. So anyway, we're gonna let them soak for about an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and then we'll start the rest of the process. Stay tuned, baby, right on the Rolling Grill. Yeah, boy. All right, y'all, here are my, these are the smoked turkey tails. I'm gonna go ahead and take these and wash these. Wash these real good. And I may not use all of them, maybe about 3 or 4 of them. I'm gonna wash these real good, fill this pan up with some water, go ahead and boil these down. I'll show y'all that step, stay tuned. All right, y'all, I got my turkey tails washed down real good. I'm gonna go ahead and put those in my pot. And I'm gonna go ahead and boil all of them. And now I'm gonna start filling this pot up with some water. All right, start filling this pot up with some water. A little stove on, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring these to a boil. If you have some bay leaves or anything like that, you can add those to it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a quick boil on these first, try to knock off some of them impurities. Probably boil for probably about 30 minutes. Pour that water off, put some more fresh water in here, and then we'll start the seasoning process. So y'all, probably about 40 minutes in, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the heat off. And as you can see, it's a lot of gunk and stuff up there, man. What we're gonna do is drain this off, put some fresh water in there, and then we'll start the seasoning process. Stay tuned. All right, now that we got some fresh water in there, we're gonna go ahead and crank it back up. And now, these smoked turkey tails are kind of, they may be a little bit salty, so don't go too crazy on your salt right now. But what I am gonna do is add 2 of these Goya chicken bouillon packs. I'm gonna go ahead and start building my stock for these beans, because whatever this stock tastes like, that's what them beans gonna taste like. So if it's bland, trust me, them beans gonna be super bland. All right, gonna hit it with a little complete seasoning. This complete seasoning has everything in it, man. Like, let me read the back of what else. Let's see, we got garlic, onions, all that. You know what I mean. You probably used it before. I'm gonna put a little bit in there. To me, it's not as salty. And so I'm gonna go ahead and stir this up. I'm gonna hold off on my Goya. I'll add that once I get the beans in there and get them cooked down. And I'll use this to finish up my flavoring if I need to. I'm gonna stir this in here. I'm gonna stir it in there, bring it back up to a boil. And now the process is softening up these turkey tails. Y'all stay tuned, baby. All right, y'all, what I have in here is I have some onions, a white sweet onion. I got some bell pepper, got some carrots in there. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic in there as well. All the rest of this garlic in there. And I'm gonna mince this up, kind of like chop it up. And this is what I'm gonna use to flavor my beans with once I get them in the pot. You ain't trying to go too small. That right there is what I'm looking for. That right there is about what size I'm looking for right there. And this is, again, this is gonna go in the pot with them beans when I'm ready to cook them. Y'all stay tuned. Yeah, but all right, it's been about an hour. Let's go ahead and give it a check. We're just checking for tenderness. Turn my heat down. And we wanna check for tenderness. Let's see. We wanna see if we got these tender enough yet. And nope, they're not ready. Well, not bad, but I'm gonna let them go for another 30 minutes. So right now, that's an hour in. We're gonna let them go for about another 30 minutes and then we will take them out. All right, y'all, we good to go now. Okay, these are our beans right here. These have been sitting for 2 hours in that warm, hot water. I'm gonna go ahead and pour this water out. I'll put that to the side. I'm gonna pour that water out, rinse those beans off, and then they're going in the pot. Our smoked turkey tails are good to go. Good and tender. We're gonna take them out. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna chop these up and we'll put these back in later in the cook once we get the beans nice and tender. So we're gonna put these to the side. Now, what I wanna do is I wanna flavor this water. I wanna make sure this water is good and flavored. I already tasted a little while ago. Tasting pretty good. I'm gonna add some of my seasoning in there. That was the green peppers, onions, and carrots. Start adding some of that in there. I'm also gonna go in with some red pepper flakes. Okay, put in there as many, however spicy you want it. Now, one thing to know about these smoked turkey tails is they do have somewhat of a lot of fat in them. So if you want, you can kind of skim some of that fat off. I'm gonna leave it in there. So next step, I'm gonna rinse these beans off. Beans going back in. We're gonna taste the water. Y'all stay tuned. Right on the rolling reel, baby. Yeah, boy. All right, y'all. These are our beans right here. Got them washed up and cleaned up pretty good. Hopefully y'all can see all this. Let me see if I can move this over a little bit to center it up a little bit. And now we're gonna start adding these beans to our pot. I don't wanna pour them in there. I don't wanna splash them back on, but we're gonna start adding these to the pot. Now, as far as how much water I use, I want the water to come right above these beans, not too much. If I need to pour some of it out, I will do that. But for right now, we're just trying to cook them down. If we need to pour some of this water off them later on in the process, we'll do that. Those are good to go. I just want them to come up to a boil. Once they come up to a boil, I'm gonna cut it down to a simmer, put a lid on it, and I'm just gonna let these beans slow cook. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of the bell pepper celery. I'm gonna let it come to a boil, be right back. Stay tuned. All right, guys, and there we go, bringing them up to a boil. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut my heat down just a little bit because I want them to just kind of simmer out. A lot of this liquid is gonna cook off. That's why you don't wanna go too heavy on the salt. You can really intensify the flavor with the seasoning towards the end of the cook. But if you go too salty now, it's gonna condense down and it's gonna make your beans salty. So this is what you're looking for. I just want some of this water to cook down. I want those beans to soften up. And I'm gonna let these roll for probably about another hour. Maybe stick some foil on top of them, let them roll out. And then we'll go on to the next step. Y'all stay tuned, right on the roll, baby. Yeah, boy. All right, and before I forget, my little secret weapon to my beans, I use a little salsa verde. I'm not using a lot, but it's the acidity in this salsa verde. It's got some good acid in it, some good flavor. I'm gonna use a half a cup of it. And I'm telling you, this right here, take these black eyed peas to notches unknown. I kind of use it in all of my beans. All right, so I'm putting me some gloves on for this. While the beans are over here simmering, uncovered, I'm gonna go ahead and take these turkey tails and I'm just gonna start pulling them apart. If you can, just separate as much of the fat out as you can. You want the meat. I like the skin in mine. Some people don't, but I do. All that right there, that's a no-go. We'll put that on the side. We just want good meat, like that right there. Pulling it off the bone. Right there. And so that's what I'm gonna do with all these. Kind of take them off the bone. I actually like to throw the bone back in there also. But on these turkey tails, you see how juicy they are. You can pretty much just cut them down the middle, and there's a lot of fat inside of these. You can take as much of that off as you can and just start breaking them up. But turkey tails add amazing flavor to any kind of bean. See all that's fat? You can just go ahead and take that off and separate it out. And that's what we're gonna do with the rest of them. So y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna take all these beans, all these apart. I'll get back with y'all in a minute. All right, y'all, we're about an hour in. And you can see that our water level has reduced tremendously. You can see by the line up here that it has reduced tremendously. So we're gonna keep on cooking them. Black-eyed peas don't take a long time to cook. They get tender pretty quick. But I'm gonna reduce it down a little bit more, so I'm probably let it go for another 30 minutes. So right now we're about an hour in to our total cook. And at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and add my smoked turkey tails back to the pot. Let that cook on down. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that seasoning. The green peppers, onions, carrots. And I'm gonna let this cook on down for another 30 minutes, uncovered, reduced, so we can build the flavor up. Stay tuned. All right, good people, we are an hour and 45 minutes in, and I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna cut it off, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna allow it to sit here and rest. Usually what I do is I take a few of them out. I got my food processor right here, hopefully y'all can see. I take a few of them out, put them in the food processor. We put the blade in there first. I put a few of them in the food processor and mush them down, and it helps with the gravy. But we are good to go, man. So y'all stay tuned. Let me get a few of these mashed up, and then I'm gonna plate up and let y'all see what these black-eyed peas is gonna look like. Boom. It's almost like a refried bean consistency. And you just throw it back in them beans, man. You can do it with any beans, black beans, any kind of beans. It just helps give you that good thick gravy. Another way to get that gravy is to cook your beans a day ahead of time. Let them cool, put them in the refrigerator, and then serve them the next day. And you'll get a nice little gravy like that too. And that right there kind of thickens it up. So I'm gonna let them sit here for a little bit, then we'll plate up. Stay tuned. All right, good people, we are done. See what happens when you let them beans sit? You see how nice and thick they are? Yes, sir. I got me a little bowl right here. Hopefully y'all can see this. I'm gonna go ahead and start bowling up. Look at that. Yes, sir. And don't forget to get that smoked meat in there. See how I make that nice little gravy? Stack it all the way up to the rim. Man, a little rice on top. Let's get this out of the way. Look at them black-eyed peas, man. Perfect, man, for the New Year's, y'all. So as always, I want to thank y'all for joining me at the Rolling Grill. Good food, good vibes, baby. Get you some good luck New Year's black-eyed peas right here on the Rolling Grill, baby. Peace.